Hello, this is Information Theater, and we're doing an interview today about the Greta Germaine difference. And so I found a particular Greta and a particular Germaine to interview about this human difference in relationships between men and women, and between guys and women and women, females and females. And so here we have Germaine. And how are you doing today, Germaine? I am okay. I'm just nervous about this. I don't know what I'm talking about in general, other than cooking. For I'm a chef, worldwide famous, made famous by my recipes and by my many ingenious tofu ideas. And let's just say, I don't want to talk about other things right now, but okay, sir. So let's keep it on topic. I wanted to ask you, I know you happen to love this woman, Greta. I don't know what went wrong in the relationship, and I heard there were many problems. Yes, there were problems indeed. Now, I'm a world famous chef, and I don't want to have to reiterate my problems that much. But sir, since you're on a nationwide and worldwide audience, and we can educate the public about the Greta Germaine and Germaine difference, you can perhaps talk. Yes, well, I traveled to Nebraska and Vermont, North New Hampshire, Delaware, Iowa, North Dakota. How about in Europe? I traveled to Europe, many places you've been, Mr. Black, Austria and Vienna and so forth. And they happen to like my recipes in many of these places, especially Vienna, and especially in, as you say, Italy. Okay, now let's keep it on topic. Don't talk about people that also like me. Let's just keep it on track here, on topic. Yes, I know. So they happen to like me in Milan and Vienna and other places. And I think it's specious reasoning to turn me down for a marriage proposal. Okay? Now, sir, what do you think this Greta Germaine difference is all about? She doesn't know what she's talking about. I worked hours on the recipes. I have no idea what the heck she's talking about. She seems to have ill reasoning, okay? Ill reasoning. Well, don't you love this woman? Don't you love this girl, Greta? She's the girl. All she does is go to church and wonder if she can shoot. It's the very thing you think. She doesn't even know. She doesn't know. I've been all over I could build a spaceship and go to space at this point. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, that's cool to hear. Like, while it seems you're well traveled and well versed, I'm very well versed. Very well versed. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. I sent a letter to her father. I still haven't received any reply to this day. Okay, I'll be happy to crack into this mystery, sir, and this mystery explore, like one of the great poets and writers said. And so I'll now try to interview separately Greta. And I see, Greta, that you're a doctor. Yes, I'm a doctor, sir. I'm a doctor. I think we talked before. Yes, I've had you on information. Thank you. And I'm happy to have you on. You're just a blessing. I don't know what I'd do without you. So. Now, Miss Greta, how do you feel? How do you feel about Germaine and what happened in your relationship? Or perhaps you'd like to talk about yourself first. Talk more about yourself first. Yes, well, I'll talk about myself then. You can tell where I'm going with this. I'm just a plain person. I don't really get upset with criminal suspects and stuff. I'm just a plain Jane girl, like you said before to someone. Now, I'm just a plain person. I studied hard in medical school and passed all my tests. I mostly stayed in the same city most of my life. And I don't really care much for mean talkers. I don't care much for mean talkers or people with no distinct persona or attitude problems. I just think if someone's unwell, visit the doctor, and that will do you well. So I really think he seemed like almost a nice person. I can't vouch for this particular dude. They seemed to like me. I didn't know what to say. I wish you would stop by more. You seem to go all over the universe. You seem to travel through space-time rather adequately, but never be able to visit my front porch and let me know what you really think of me. Instead, I was left all mopey and indifferent and wondered what the problem was. Well, I mean, exactly how much time do you spend, at home versus do you think maybe that's your difference? Like, maybe you're just more a homebody? Yes, I think so. All I do is my writing. And I just hang around Stockholm. And if I get tired of it there, I go to New Jersey and do my writing there. Like, I drink Kool-Aid and do my writing and study before from medical school, and now I study if I have to for a patient. I don't think I need that much more knowledge, but I'll tell you what, like he seemed okay by the end after I put him in jail over it. Really? That's really sad to hear. I'm sad you would do that to poor Germaine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm glad you have fans around here. But I'm also sad we had to do something like that and put the poor guy through. I didn't know what to tell people by the end because America is so hard on you if your spouse or spouse type is so different and they can't understand each other. Yeah, I'm really sad. I'm really sad to hear that. I'm really sad to hear that. Well, Miss Greta, like, well, what would you say to Jermaine at this point? I think he's over me. I didn't know he was that over me. He seems to talk about every other woman on the planet, and he doesn't seem to get any. And he just acts like he's the best dang chef. I don't know if he was talking from a cardboard box once and told me off or something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that's such a problem to you. I didn't really know. I didn't know that was going on too. Yeah, I think he's well regarded now for his many recipes. But I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know I had a priceless person on my hands, or what. I just said, well, will this guy walk in and deal straight? Instead, he sent a letter to my father. What? Really? He sent a letter to your father? Yeah, he sent a letter to my father to see if I would marry him. Now, I don't want a letter just sent to my father. I want to also talk with him. Oh, talk things over and see if we're okay. He sent a letter to my father and said nothing. I prefer he sweep in even on Sunday morning and try to see like what I'm like. Like, am I a fun-loving girl too? He seems to be a fun-loving guy. That's so sad, like you said. I would actually cry. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear. Oh, I miss this person. Oh. Well, I'm sorry you missed Jermaine that much. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I'll pull it together for the camera. I can't be seen as mentally unwell. So, well, okay. Like, we'll just miss her for a second. I'll have Jermaine back on and see if there's more that he wants to say to her. So I don't understand how these two don't get along in person. Now, Jermaine, how do you feel that Greta sent you to jail somehow? Well, I was talked with by the judge, rather snarly and rather ill. So if I talk all snarly and ill, it's from what she did to me. I can't even believe that would happen in my lifetime. My recipes are highly regarded in Verona, Spain, Mexico, and many other countries besides the United States. It's not just the United States, I tell you. It's also Mexico and Spain and Portugal as well. And I can even sit in a cardboard box and do nothing, they still eat the food that I wrote a recipe for all over the dang world. Now you listen now, lady. I loved you a lot, but I can't get any respect from your lack of reply to me. You seem to be all strange to me, and you never actually reply. How do you expect me to feel? How do you expect me to feel, huh? Why do you think I wrote a letter to your father? Is that you never replied? Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. You seem to be a little upset too. I mean, we had Greta here practically crying. Yes, I feel the pain. I feel the pain. I didn't know that our problems were that deep, or our differences were that strange to people. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Well, do you have perhaps any overtures of love? Any overtures of love? I mean, she seems to respect your career as a chef now. Yes, I'm glad she does. Because I tell you, it's all over the place. And I've been all around the world and highly regarded by the most top-notch individuals. I spent priceless hours planning a space mission to Venus and back to understand these ladies, okay? To understand these human beings. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you now, okay? Okay, sir. That sounds good. Now, Greta, how do you reply? I think Germaine might be a little upset by your lack of reply. Like maybe he tried to write to you a couple times. Yeah, he tried to write to me a couple times. I guess I seem to have read a couple instances of his fame in letters. I don't know like how to. Yeah, okay, I'm doing my best. Doing my best here. Oh, okay. I'm so distraught. I don't know how I'm supposed to convey this. And start again. Yeah, I don't know what you're really wondering about. Like I felt very strange at first reading his particular memos to me, and I said, well, this guy seems to care a lot about his business. He seems to care a lot about life. I don't get it. I'm just a doctor. I spent all my time studying illnesses. I spent weeks in the same circles, like you think, just studying how much a leg is worth to human, how much an arm is worth, Those type of things are a big deal to people. Yeah, I know. That'd be sad to lose an arm. Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. Okay, I suppose you'd feel really sad if Jermaine lost an arm or a leg. Yes, I should. He shouldn't take it for granted. I think. Okay. Well, I might be able to cut that kind of thing out of here if that's too distressing for my audience. Okay, since I have to already edit the video. Okay. So how did you react to first reading Jermaine's emails and letters? He just wrote a couple notes that were nice. So I said, well, this is a nice guy, but I never see him in person. Okay, well, are you sure? Are you sure, like, he had your address right and everything? Yes, I think he might have or might not. I don't know. We met in church the first time. I didn't know about him, so I kind of went on and on. I didn't know who I was talking with or whatever was going on. Okay, what would you say to Jermaine after? What would you say to Jermaine at this point? What I'd say is, let's do it. What would you say to Jermaine at this point, Miss Greta? What I would say is, don't be a hoser. Don't be a hoser. Yeah, don't be such a hoser. You have to show up in person to get my respect. I don't know what you're doing out there, how you got so much fame and stuff, but I'm just a simple plain girl. I spend a lot of time in the same places. I didn't know that I would end up this set over as well if this guy loves me. I think he should have talked to me and not just my father. What if he didn't know? He knew where I was. He could probably have done it. He could probably have done it. Okay. Okay, well that's an interesting story. That's an interesting story. Well, I'm glad to have had you on. Is there any final comments you want to make? Yes, I think he should come visit my house. That way he can meet with me and my whole family at once. That way we can all be united in our prayers. I didn't know this guy was that interested. I think you have Germaine really upset over the whole matter because you guys had a legal mess. Yeah, I think he might be a little upset over that. I'm glad he's forgiving at least, right? Well, I don't know. Let me see what his final words. Okay, Mr. Germaine, any final words before we end this show? Yes, those guys like shooting their horn in their car, that was stupid. Look, now here's what I say. I say I'd be willing to meet her for a sandwich or a hot dog, but I don't get all high on someone else's recipes, okay? But this is a misunderstanding, because I'm so high level at what I do that I cannot be mocked or looked at wrong. So I'm not going to enjoy some Chef Ramsay or stuff with Greta there. I'm not going to enjoy some chef at that other level. So at my level, we don't do that. We just have a hot dog or a sandwich. We don't get so high level about other people's stuff. That way I'm not mocked or ridiculed by liking some other guy's stuff. Yes, sir. I understand that. We were willing to at least like be forgiving me. Yes, I was willing the whole time. What's been our problem this whole entire time? I don't even understand. Yeah, it's hard to understand that. That's quite. It sounds like she's really secluded, has a secluded lifestyle, and you were all the way around the world doing a bunch of stuff. Yes, that's exactly what. I cannot say it any better than that. You were actually my best talker. I didn't know that. Bye now. Bye, Germaine. Yeah, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. So I was wondering longer about the Greta and Germaine difference here in these particular two people, and if they really like each other a lot. So I thought I'd give them each a chance to say that on camera, and we'll decide this. Now, hello, Germaine. Now, let's be honest now, Germaine. Do you like Greta a lot? Yes, I happen to like her a lot. That's it. I happen to like her a lot, and I would like her to be with me as my wife. Now, Greta, hello there. And do you like Germaine a lot? Yes, this is me. Greta, I happen to like Germaine a lot. I think he's like an interesting guy. I don't know about certain things, but I think he's an interesting person at least. Like, I don't know what he would do with me a lot, but let's just say I'm down once probably. Well, it sounds like he wanted to marry. Yes, well let's keep it simple here. Yes, I like Germaine, that's it. Okay, it sounds like these two like each other.